Hi children, welcome to today's chemistry class. In the previous video, we were discussing about the chemical properties of acids and bases. We have discussed the reaction of acids and bases with metals, the reaction of acids with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonate. Today, we can study about another reaction of acids and bases, that is neutralization reaction. Do you know why we are feeling pain when ant bite us? It is because ants are injecting an acid into our body. To get rid of this pain, what can we do? We can rub that area with a basic substance. At that time, we can get rid of that pain. It is because when ant bites us, it is injecting an acid into our body, and when we are rubbing that area with a basic solution, that base is nullifying or cancelling the effect of acid. Got that? And that process in which the base is cancelling the effect of an acid, or in vice versa, acid is cancelling the effect of base, is known as neutralization reaction. And during this process, some new substances are formed which are neither acidic nor basic. Such substances can be called as neutral substances. So, in the reaction between an acid and a base, the new substances are formed which are neutral in nature. That is why that reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Example, when we are mixing sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid, we are getting the new substances sodium chloride and water. And we know that sodium chloride is a salt. So along with the salt, we are getting water. So generally, we can tell that when an acid is reacting with a base, we are getting salt and water. For example, HCl when react with NaOH, we are getting the salt NaCl and water. Like that, when HNO3 react with NaOH, we are getting the salt NaNO3, that is sodium nitrate and water. So like this, when any acid react with a base, we are getting salt and water, and that reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Now, let us see an activity which shows that during the reaction between an acid and a base, they are cancelling their effect each other. That is, acid is cancelling the effect of base and base is cancelling the effect of acid. Take a small amount of sodium hydroxide in a test tube and add a few drops of phenolphthalein. We will get a pink color because we know that phenolphthalein is the indicator which gives a pink color in basic solution. So here also, when we are adding phenolphthalein to NaOH, we can see a pink color. Okay. Now, to that reaction mixture, if we are adding hydrochloric acid drop wise, we can see that that pink color disappears. What will be the reason for this? It is because when we are adding this hydrochloric acid to the basic solution, hydrochloric acid is cancelling or nullifying the effect of that base. That is why the pink color disappears. And we are getting a solution which is neither acidic nor basic, that is a neutral solution. The resulting solution will be a neutral solution which shows no color change in phenolphthalein. That means now the solution is a neutral solution, that is neither acidic nor basic. Now, to this neutral solution, we are adding 1 or 2 drops of sodium hydroxide again. So we can see that that pink color reappears. What will be the reason for that? It is because that was a neutral solution, and to the neutral solution we are adding a basic solution. As a result, that neutral solution changes into basic again. That is why the pink color reappears. Okay. From this activity, we can understand that when we are mixing an acid with a base, they are nullifying or cancelling their effects each other, and as a result we are getting a neutral solution, and that solution consists of a salt and water. So the reaction between an acid and a base to form salt and water is known as neutralization reaction. In short form, neutralization reaction can be represented like this, that is acid plus base gives salt plus water, and an example for that is NaOH plus HCl gives NaCl plus H2O. Another example is HNO3 plus NaOH gives NaNO3 plus H2O. Now, the next reaction we have to study is the reaction of acids with metallic oxide. What will be the products formed? To study that, we can study the reaction between copper oxide and hydrochloric acid. Copper oxide already we have studied in first lesson, that is black in color. So this is the color of copper oxide, which is black in color. We are adding that black colored copper oxide into a test tube. And then to that test tube we are adding a few drops of hydrochloric acid. and we are shaking that test tube, so we can see that black colored copper oxide is changing into a bluish green colored substance or bluish green colored solution. And that bluish green color is due to the formation of copper chloride, that is CuCl2. Along with that, water is also formed. So this reaction can be written as CuO plus HCl gives CuCl2 plus H2O. So during this reaction, when we are adding a metallic oxide, that is copper oxide, to acid, we are getting a salt plus water. That reaction schematically we can represent like this. Copper oxide, when reacting with hydrochloric acid, we are getting copper chloride, that is CuCl2 plus H2O. So we can tell that when a metal oxide is reacting with an acid, we are getting salt and water. This is just like the reaction between a base and an acid. From these two equations, can you tell what will be the nature of metal oxide? Metal oxide, when reacting with acid, we are getting salt and water, just like when a base reacting with acid produces salt and water. So we can tell that metal oxides are basic in nature. Metal oxides are basic in nature. Now, the next reaction we have to study is reaction of a non-metallic oxide with a base. For example, we can take a carbon dioxide. Since carbon is a non-metal, its oxide can be called as a non-metallic oxide. When this carbon dioxide is reacting with calcium hydroxide, we are getting calcium carbonate plus water. Calcium carbonate is a salt. So here also we can tell that when a non-metallic oxide like a carbon dioxide is reacting with a base, we are getting a salt and water. This reaction is also just like the reaction between an acid and a base to produce salt and water. So from these two equations, can you tell what is the nature of these non-metallic oxides? Yes, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. That is why when it is reacting with a base, we are getting salt and water. So non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. These are the chemical properties we have to study. Hope it is clear for all of you.